you once again from round 2 of the Suzuki Extreme 4-wheel drive cup in Matata in the Bay of Plenty. Well, in the morning session, the rain pelted down from go to woe. Love to tell you that it's got a little bit better for the afternoon, but it hasn't. In the morning session, we had a tie after the first 5 hazards with the Shickers and also Neville Dunton. Will it turn out that way again? Keep watching. This is hazard number 6, and this is Kingston in Boston in the CAT-sponsored Land Cruiser. Now they're currently sitting in 22nd place. Now to get up this hazard, you've got to make a little bit of a turn here, but then you've got to carry along this off-camber hillside. Oh, they've taken a peg out, and that's going to cost them 40 points because the hazard doesn't stop there. You'll see in this run here from Mason and Jeffries, if they manage to do it right, Ruben Mason and Warren Jeffries from the Windy City, currently sitting in 28th place. They come up this slight little rise here. So far, so good for the X-Rides special, but not so good now because they aren't going to be able to complete it as well. Let's see what the Sturms can do. Ron and Debbie Sturm from Eastern Bay sitting in 13th place. Well, they make hard work at a little rise, but they get over there and they're holding supercharged Outlaw. Now you'll see what I mean. They have to come down the other side of the bank. No one's been able to do it so far. No problems at all for Ron and Debbie Sturm. The Outlaw gets the job done, so it's essentially a loop here in hazard number 6, and that is a perfect score, and that's a great result for the people that were currently sitting in 13th place. Ernie and Heidi Schicker, competition leaders now. Holden V8 Supercharged, Bad Blood, Schicker Earthworks. What can they do here? Remember, they're tied up at the moment with Neville Dunton. Well, they've made it look easy so far. Plunging down the other side of the bank, and will we see a perfect score? There are the blue pegs. They're inside the blue pegs. They just touch one, but it's a 0. So that has put the pressure on Neville Dunton.
And how is the car doing?
It's missing a bit, but we're sort of hanging in there, and the sun will come out. It might dry our electrics out.
Well, Phil Walton and Chase Rodder are next in their V6 Supercharged Smooth Talker. There's Chase on the individual wheel brakes. He's been watching these other guys go through, so they'll have some tricks up their sleeves, I'm sure. But the whole time that I've been watching, the rain's been pitter-pattering down here at Matata, just making the traction a little bit harder. These guys currently sitting in 15th place. And once again, look at the lean angle. It takes such a combination between Walton and Rodder to negotiate this hazard so well. And they're doing it so well at the moment. Are we going to see another 0 here? These guys need a 0. They're back in 15th. Well, they're always spectacular, but they've kept it on the course. They have kept it on the course. It's a 0.
Bit of a spin at the end, eh?
Yeah, mate. Oh, we tried to put a show on, eh?
we had the airbags right up, you see, so it was pretty unstable.
Well, they say the Bay is one of the most picturesque places in New Zealand. I'm not sure you can say the same about our course here at Matata. I'd have to ask Andrew Graham and Debbie Kelly. It's gone all wrong for them. 80 big points. They only just got onto the course. Hamish Ure and Hamish Simpson are next. Hilux diffs in their home-built 2-litre turbo GTI Nissan-powered super truck. Steve Watkins Auto Painters are the sponsors. Currently sitting in 5th place. Now they need a good result here to move up. Remember, we had a tie at the top going in. This is the afternoon session of round 2 of the Suzuki Extreme 4-wheel drive cup, and this looks like another good completion. Just keeps it off the blue pegs, and that is another 0.
Yeah, having a good day so far.
Good day, a bit wet day.
Oh, that's all right. Part of the fun.
Well, these are the McGregors now. Hazard number 9 from Bay of Plenty. Suzuki 1800cc twin cam. Bunnings warehouse sponsored truck. Oh, and you can see she's helter-skelter going downhill, and it's a good run for the McGregors. Just 20 penalty points. Let's see what Ray and Karen Morris can do from South Waikato. 4-wheel drive commercial parts world, sponsoring their 4-litre Lexus-powered home-built quad cam V8 power, sliding back to the second part. You see they kind of cross their own path here in this one, so that makes it tough as well. 20 points there for the Morrises. They were in 10th, so they're still inside the top 10. This is the Mean Marry Mean X-Rides home-built 3.5-litre Rover V8 of Ruben Mason and Warren Jeffries. Ruben doing the driving, Warren sitting beside him. But doing a little bit more than that. Currently sitting in 17th place. Going to be, well, it's going to hurt them a little bit. 40 penalty points. The Mean Mary Mean team. Brendan James now and Pete Brown from South Waikato, the Suzuki Homebuilt, the Toyota-powered Suzuki Homebuilt. Currently sitting in 12th place. Make that 11th place. Remember, you've got to keep it within the confines of the course, and that's denoted by the red pegs and also the yellow pegs. And you've got to finish through the blue pegs. 20 points there for Brendan. Osman and White are the next combination to go. You can see there's not too much let up here in the Suzuki 4x4 Xtreme Cup. This is an invites only, a couple of ring-ins in there as well, a couple of wildcard entries. This is the best of the best, and you're watching Wayne Osman and Lynn White at the moment in their small block Chevy powered home build. 30 points for them. They were in 14th place. Will they move up? Will this man have something for them? This is Shannon Wellman and Shane Holloway. Harrick Engineering building this truck. It's a Subaru 2-litre Boxster engine. It's a dairy farmer from the Thames Valley. Oh, I tell you what, that was a wild ride. That was an e-ticket ride from Disneyland. But it's going to be a quick ride, and if he can stay within the confines of the course, he can't. He hits one of the red pegs, and that costs him just 10 points, but it was a good run for Shannon Wellman. We're at Meditar for the Suzuki Xtreme 4x4 Cup. It's round 2 of this series, and we're on to hazard number 10. This is Ray Hill and Gary Renal from Egmont in their Mitsubishi Pajero. And once again, it's up the hill, around the corner and down the other side. But look at what's down the other side. And look at how steep that is, and there the grill gets a working. They were very lucky, actually, not to halt progress there. But that's a great result there because they were currently in 26th place. They needed the points.
Lucky drive. Nice one, huh?
Yeah,
Very good.
very good.
That was good.
Yeah.
This is Pierre Lelivre. He is the course designer here at the Suzuki Xtreme 4x4 Cup. But he isn't playing any hometown advantage because he's currently sitting in 30th place, and that's very close to the back of the field. Let's hope for some good luck for him here. You see he's running virtually no pressure at all on those front tyres just to get as much traction as he can on the downhills. I guess he's got to be very aware that he can't bury the nose and stop all forward motion. If he stops on the course, the judges may think that it's over for him and put out the penalty marker. Well, he does a good job. He gets a 0, so that's his best run to date there for Pierre, so well done to him. Graham Kingston and Mike Boston now. Well, they say there's no substitute for horsepower, and these guys have got plenty. The Toyota Land Cruiser, Kingston Logging sponsored, supercharged Lexus V8. The power got them to the top. It's the skill that'll get them to the bottom. And maybe with no penalty points accrued, they're currently sitting in 22nd place. Oh, I said the tree would get a workout. There it is. And it is a perfect run for Graham Kingston. 0 points. Steve and Kevin Morley are next in the little Jeep. Plenty of revs on board. Oh, up to the top. I was going to say without too much problem, but I might have spoken too soon. They are in trouble here because you see the red pegs. That denotes the edges of the course. If they want to keep the penalty points at bay, they're more than in trouble now. Oh, brilliant bit of driving to save it. It was going over for all money. They used a bit of the power. When in doubt, give it a big fistful. That's what they did, and it got them out of trouble. Brilliant drive from Steve Morley. Seymour and Dodds are the next to go in the SL Rover V8. Demon Energy Drink sponsored home built. Oh, and they might just be in a bit of bother here as well because they've come offline a little bit as well, and we saw there with Morley. You don't want to be over there to the left of the course as we look at it. Now they've got themselves back on track. They're currently sitting in 16th place. Oh, I think the tree just getting a bit of a workout, uses a pivot point. That's another great result, great recovery.
It was alright, just went a little bit off course at the top there and sort of dropped off where he didn't want to. And a bit sore? Yeah, hit the ground a bit hard. That's alright, we got through.
Great recovery there from Mitchell Seymour. This is the Dirty Dozen. That's what they call the truck because it's got a BMW V12 engine and an old Series 1 Land Rover. So it's kind of a sturdy British Bulldog, but it's got a bit of German technology in there as well. Howard and Alcock. Brian Howard and Ross Alcock from the Windy City, currently sitting in 28th place, but unfortunately, it's gone horribly wrong for them. 60 points. Brent Ward and Mark Smith currently sitting in 10th. The Cooks-sponsored Space Frame LS1 Holden 5.7 litre alloy V8 powered truck. And this is where it becomes precision. You can see while we've been watching this, the rain has continued to pitter-patter down, and that's really taken its toll on the course. And so too have the fellow competitors, because look at the big tyre ruts and gouges. I don't know if you need to follow them or not. Whatever those guys did, it worked for them. A perfect score for Brian Ward, 0. This is Conwell and Chapman, currently sitting in 5th place. We're looking for a good result here. This is hazard number 11. The home-built special from the Windy City. Good representation from down Wellington Way, which is great. This is the best and the best in the land of four-wheel drive, competing in the Suzuki Extreme Four-Wheel Drive Cup, and a couple of wildcard entrants, invitation only. That was a nice bit of driving, all done in one nice, smooth, complete movement. And a great result there, because that's a 0 for Conwell and Chapman, and that's going to move them up, I'm sure. They were in 5th. Well, these guys have had their problems. This is Mike G. Taylor and Alistair Bradley. We saw him blow his diff in the AM session. Good that they've got back into the competition, and that's going to give them the Brand X drive of the day. $500 for Mike G. Taylor just by getting out there again. Well, they worked so hard in the interim to fix the rear end in the X Down Calpa Championship winning truck, and that gives them the Brand X drive of the day. Is this going to give them a good result here? They need it, back in 23rd. Just the 10 penalty points for Mike G. Taylor. That's going to move him up in the standings just a little bit. Phil Bayliss and Todd Sharman are next. They're currently in 21st place, so I guess that's who Mike G. Taylor is trying to hunt down here. This is the 302 Ford small block powered Land Cruiser. And really, our camera angle doesn't do just how steep this is justice, because let me tell you, it was hard enough to walk when it was dry. It would be nearly impossible to drive down unless you'd had some sort of skill, and that's what these guys have got. They are so skilled. 20 points there for Bayliss and Charman. This is Derek Smythe and Mike Reapin. They are currently 2nd. They started the morning in 3rd place, so they've clawed back one spot. Derek passed New Zealand champion. This is a beautiful little truck. 5 litre P76 Leyland powered alloy V8. And it is always in show condition. Forget showroom condition. This could win classes and hot rod shows, not only for the engineering involved in building it, but for the preparation alone. Oh, they're just going to struggle to get to the top, and they just hit one of the red pegs, and it's going to cost them 30 points. That just may have some bearing in the outcome, because next up is the man currently in 3rd place, and this is Martin and Tony Walton from the Bay of Plenty, the Cooks Wire Industry sponsored Loose Goose. And they'll be looking for a score of better than 30 here to try and stay on level pegging or get in front of Derek Smythe. What can they do? You can hear the rain pitter-pattering down on our effects microphone. Oh, they've made it a little bit hard for themselves now. They've got to get to the top of this hazard. They're not going to do it, but they're going to do enough to just pip Smythe. Welcome back to your Suzuki Extreme experience.
Old Man Emu is ARB's suspension product range. It's developed specifically for 4x4 vehicles. ARB's products are all designed to work in harsh off-road conditions, whether it's air lockers, bull bars, suspension or recovery equipment. Obviously, four-wheel drive conditions can change from something very easy to something extremely difficult and tricky in the space of a shower of rain.
Well, we've got showers of rain here at Matata. One thing we haven't got is Old Man Emu. That's as Australian as it get. Kingston and Boston are next in their CAT-sponsored supercharged Lexus V8 powered Toyota Land Cruiser. This is hazard number 12. And then plenty of horsepower on board. These guys have got it, but they've already gone wrong here. I think they just took one of those red pegs. And that is the end of their run. 80 big penalty points beside their name, not the result they were looking for in the Land Cruiser. Ray Raising and Brent McKenzie are next in the Suzuki 410, 2.2 litre Toyota powered, supercharged. They're currently sitting in 30th place. They'll need a good result here. That peg you see just in the beginning of the shot there, that's the 80-point peg. They've hit the 70-point peg, so that's not the good result they were looking for. Let's see what Shannon Wellman and Shane Holloway can do. Harricky Engineering helping with the construction of their truck. So far, so good. These guys sitting in 17th, so just outside the top 20. And this is a good result. Through the blue pegs at the top, this is a very good result. Brilliant result there for Wellman and Holloway. This is the Dirty Dozen. This is the BMW V12 sponsored Series 1 Land Rover of Brian Howard and Ross Alcock from the Windy City. And there's plenty of revs on board. Oh, get off the throttle. Leave that BMW engine alone. Oh, they took the peg, I think. No, they didn't. The judges say they didn't. They continued their run. They must have got very, very close to it. Oh, they took that one, there's no doubt about it. But they got 3/4 of the way through the course, and that's only 40 points to their name for Brian Howard and Ross Alcock, currently in 28th place. A little bit of pre-planning going on here as we get to the business end, because this is Neville Dunton. Now he's slipped from the very heights of leading the competition back to be 10th now. So if he needs to get up inside that top 5, he needs a good position here, needs a good finish, maybe a 0. Nev Dunton and Colin Piper from the Bay of Plenty, from the host club. This is going to be a good run for Neville. Up and over the top without any problems at all, and that's a 0, and boy, they needed it. If you have a look at our ticker on the bottom of the screen, that's the current positions as we welcome in Lane Jones and Ryan Bold. This is hazard number 12. These guys from the four-wheel drive, the Valley Four-Wheel Drive Club, BJ King and Associates are their sponsors. Now they're currently sitting in 14th place. You can see just how efficiently those single-wheel hydraulic brakes work. That's what you see the Navigator working, those big levers. And another great result there for Lane Jones. So he's on the move up toward the top end of the table. 0 points. Andrew Graham and Debbie Kelly are next in the Toyota Lexus powered home built Cowley's Hire Service Centre sponsored machine. Currently in 18th place. You've got to keep away from those red pegs. You touch one of them and you're in trouble. And it just depends where you are on the course as to how many penalty points you're going to lose. And, well, it looks to me like the Cowley Hire Service people are in trouble. They've stalled and gone off the course, so 40 points for them. These guys can't afford to stall, though. This is Smythe and Repin. They're currently sitting in 2nd place. And they seem to have worked out the balance between power and precision. They've got all the power in the world in this little P76 powered home-built special. And it's certainly got precision as well. The shortest possible wheelbase. But then let's not take anything away from the driver, past champion, and doing a fantastic job here. And another 0 score to maintain his 2nd place. Derek Smythe and Mike Repien march on here at the Suzuki 4x4 Xtreme Cup. McLeavy and Gooden are next to go. This is hazard number 12. Currently sitting in 13th place. Lucky for some. Will it be lucky for these guys? Currently sitting in 13th place. Love to move up, love to be inside the top 10, not going to 60 points. So at the end of a day of hard-fought competition in round 2 of the Suzuki Xtreme 4x4 Cup, it is Derek Smythe and Mike Repien that take the win from Martin and Tony Walton. Martin Walton is a pioneer of the four-wheel drive sport, and he changed the rules with this truck.
Originally we started this truck probably a good 18 months ago. My son talked me into building a second truck. His version slightly different to mine, but his ulterior plan was obviously so he'd get to drive one of them.
With the vehicles being fairly close these days in terms of the sort of gear they're running, it's going to make for an exciting competition.
We have a lot more competition now because when we built the first track, caused a new wave of interest through the sport, I think, between us and a couple of others. So it generated a whole lot more new trucks, later generation trucks coming in. So the competition level was stepped right up, which is brilliant.
I think some guys can, quite capably do certain stages in your shed at home, and obviously with this vehicle, Martin got it to a certain stage where he could trailer it into us, and we've done really the expertise with the electronics and been able to hook up a computer and make it go.
Peppercurry mufflers, well, we custom designed the whole exhaust system from the head of the engine to the tailpipe. I do get a lot of four-wheel drives. I know exactly what the guys want, how much the punishment they give their vehicles.
This sport's got plenty of potential of where to go. It can be very entertaining for the public, especially if they get along and actually go to the events and they all walk away thrilled, big grins. The ability to have Cooks as a sponsor for the last couple of years, it's been fantastic to help us. A lot of sponsors do help out quite a few of the guys with the tracks. Without it, it'd be very hard to be able to get out there and do what we do.
Great result with the new truck that took 2 years to build, and in its second outing has delivered Wanganui's Derek Smythe a win in the Suzuki Xtreme 4x4 Cup. 7th in round 1 and first here marks him as one of the favourites for the Cup. Join us next week for more action and more of your Suzuki Xtreme experience.